Hey there YouTube, this is Joe and you're watching Ink&Iron, and today we're going to take a look at my Swiss Army knife collection. This is fairly new as I wasn't really a big Swiss Army knife user until recently when I picked up a few just to try and explore new areas of the knife collecting hobby. So this is a Victorinox Classic. This is the one I've had the longest. I've had this for a few years. Didn't use it too much. It is a fairly useful tool for how small it is. You can see it fits in the palm of a hand very easily. Has little scissors, tweezers. Take these out just in case you guys haven't seen them. There's a toothpick. There is a nail file, and this has a small flathead screwdriver on it. And finally, a small knife. These are high chromium blades, so they're not the most robust knives in the world, which is kind of why I've avoided them until now. But I'm finding tool sets can be rather interesting. I actually don't know what model this is. It is Victorinox, and let me show you. It is engraved. There's Catherine on it, so this tool's name is Catherine by default. There is a sheep's foot blade. There is an orange peeler. It took me a while to figure out what this was. I had to go to Victorinox's website to figure it out. Could also be a package hook. You can see the slight edge right there. It is fairly sharp. This is the blade on this one. You can see it's snapped off. Somebody tried to pry with it, it seems. Here's another nail tool. This is a nail file with a nail cleaner at the top. You can get under your nails like that. Same scissors, very useful. There's a small ruler on this one, as well as that flathead screwdriver. And then the most interesting tool on here, I think, is a cuticle pusher. You can see it's flat here, and then it curves up at the top. This is for cleaning up your nails. I'm trying to shoot a video for that, so hopefully I'll link to it in the description. But yeah, with the addition of tweezers and a toothpick, which I threw away because this is a used tool, and yeah, gross. If anyone knows what model this is, please put it in the comments. The most similar model I could find was the Mini Champ. However, the Mini Champ has several tools that this one does not have, so I'm assuming this is sort of an extinct model from Victorinox. So any information would be greatly helpful to me. Up next, this is a larger tool. This is 91 millimeters. This is a Victorinox Explorer, and this has a whole gang of stuff on here. Got a corkscrew. Cool. Used to have a toothpick, took it out. It's got the tweezers as well. Over here, it's got a parcel hook. So that's kind of a cool tool. That also leans back and kind of stands it up. So I don't know what I'll use this for, but it's kind of an interesting one to have. And oops, this is a notoriously difficult tool to get out. This is the reamer and emergency sewing needle. So it's an awl. You can punch with it. You can ream with it because of this hollow grind right here. And you can use it for emergency stitching of like a tent or a sail or something like that. Please don't stitch your skin with this. I don't think you would, but you know, I like to give disclaimers. There's a cap lifter, a wire stripper right in here, and a flathead screwdriver. Got a can opener, which this is actually a pretty good edge on this can opener, as well as a smaller flathead screwdriver. You've got what has to be my favorite tool. This is a Phillips head driver, and you can see the way it's cut. It's cut diagonally, and so you get actually most of the Phillips head on there. As you can see, it does have a 90-degree stop, so it likes to stop right here, and then it also stops fully extended, which is in line with the tool, making it feel very natural. Excellent tool on there. This is a magnifying glass. I actually screwed this up a little bit by cleaning it. I used some isopropyl alcohol and it discolored it, so I'm going to have to figure out how to fix that. But I think it's like 4 times magnification. It's not too bad. I'll figure out something to do with it. There's a much larger set of scissors on here, which are very nice, honestly. These are size-wise up there with the Leatherman Surge scissors, so I think I'm going to get quite a bit of use out of them. There is the full-size blade. It's alright. Obviously someone has tried to restore the finish before. You can see these sanding lines on here. I don't really care about scratches on my blades, so yeah, I'll probably just leave it as is. And there's a smaller blade as a backup. Okay, so that is the Victorinox Explorer. And then I went all the way. This is the Victorinox Swiss Champ. Yeah, this has most of the things that the Explorer has, so I'm mostly going to go over the tools that the Explorer does not have. Here's a small eyeglass screwdriver. It's a small flathead, fits into the corkscrew, which is really cool. Along with that, there's a straight pin hiding in here, so I'm just going to keep that in so I don't lose it. On the back side here, we have the small flathead screwdriver. That's all that is, really. Oops, wrong one. Sorry, it's hard to see around the camera. Got the parcel hook again. And I know I have something else. Oh, I have to lift the corkscrew out of the way to get to the chisel. So this is a chisel. It has a bevel on it, and it is actually sharp. It has been used, so it could probably use some love and a little restoration, but yeah, that's quite usable as a small chisel. And then you have, of course, the reamer awl. Alright, onto the front side. You've seen these. Can opener, bottle cap lifter. Again, we have the Phillips driver. We have a better magnifying glass because this is actually glass in here. I also cleaned this tool with rubbing alcohol and it did not cloud over like the Explorer, so quite happy with that. Here's a tool I probably won't use a whole lot. Little mini pliers. Pretty cool design. The fact that they fit into a tool that goes in your pocket at all is pretty impressive, although they're a little unwieldy in my opinion. Got the scissors again. And we have, this is a fish scaler and a ruler. I'm not a fisherman and I don't really have a use for like a 2.5-inch ruler, so we'll probably remove this tool eventually. That was my goal when I bought this, is to whittle it down to the tools that I wanted, and probably will make it TSA compliant. Here's a saw. Feels like a pretty aggressive saw. I have not used it. I probably won't use it. I'm in an urban environment and I really don't use a saw on a daily basis, so if you disagree with that, that's too bad. And let's see. This is going to be my baby right here. This is a metal file. So one side is supposed to be a nail file, the other side is sort of a metal file, and then they have a metal saw right here in line with the tool. So you can cut like metal pipe, copper, brass, tubing, whatever. I'm going to get a lot of use out of this for sure. And then we've got our blades again, big and little. We do have additional scale tools. So we've got the tweezers, toothpick, which, let me get rid of that because this is also a used tool. We've got a ballpoint pen, which could be nice. Let me see here. It does write. And quick tip, if you want to use it for any amount of time, go ahead and stick it in line here with your parcel hook. There you go. Now you have a little more meat to grab onto while you're doing your writing. Yeah, really cool. I'm going to, in the future, probably modify these blades. Like I said, probably take some out and reduce it down to what I will use on a daily basis. And then, yeah, probably have some really weird tools with like a bunch of knives or whatever in them. Alright, well, that is my current Swiss Army knife collection. I want to thank you for joining me today. I've been Joe, you've been watching Ink and Iron. If you like this kind of video, give it a like. If you want more content like this, I also do stuff with pocket knives and fountain pens, and probably going to get into art, and I have some 3D printed items that I'm working on. So please feel free to check out my channel and give me a subscription if you're into this kind of content. Alright, thank you for joining me, and I will catch you on my next video. Bye.